As we approach Parsha Noach, on one level it seems to be very appropriate, the feeling of sadness, of despair some people feel with all the piguim that have happened. They feel almost like a mabul has happened. Not a mabul of water, but a mabul of stabbings. And on one level people focus on the difficulties that people are feeling in Eretz Yisrael right now. At the same time I had Talmidim that were in Poland, and they saw on the Batei Knesset this idea of the aspiring to come back to Yerushalayim. And it made me thinking about Noach, and in the contrast as we approach Avram Avinu, what can we learn from Noach? Because the last pasuk in Parshas Bereshit was Noach matzah chen beinei Hashem. Rav Tzvi Yehuda Kook, Zichron Tzadik Levracha, explained that the concept of finding chen, it's a hard word to explain in English, but we find it by Moshe Rabbeinu a lot of that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Achon et asher achon. The concept of chen is representative of a extra belovedness. There's a chiba yitera. It's very hard, which Noach representing humanity, in this time to be able to still remain to have Noach matzah chen b'nei Hashem, that humanity to be able to see the good in people, to have that ayin tovah when you're walking around and you feel you're in a teva. And that's a truth. At the same time, Chazal tell us that the Ribono Shalom said after the Churban, "Vayidaber Elokim al Noach tzei min ha-teva." There's a commandment to leave the teva. Don't stay stuck. Don't feel, oh, I can't take buses. Obviously, there's a certain fear that you have to have. We're not in Poland. Baruch Hashem, we're in Medinat Yisrael and Am Yisrael. We've seen the tremendous heroism that people have. Kadosh Baruch Hu tells Noach, "Tzei min ha-teva," that you have to leave the teva. The question I heard from Rabbi Marcus, who quoted Rabbi Lam, why do we need a commandment to say min ha-teva? Why? After spending so much time, Vayishaer ach Noach, as the Medrash says, he took a bite out of crying. He doesn't have the complete part of him. Why do we need a commandment? And Rabbi Lam explains, because sometimes we get stuck in that teva, and we are only able to see within our own Dalet Amos, and we get used to even in a teva existence, and we idealize and stay stuck in that limited existence. Hotzia in Tehillim Kuf Mem Bet, the pasuk says, "Hotzia mi masger nafshi lahodot et shemecha biachtiru tzadikim tikmol alai." The Medrash says, when David HaMelech says that he asked, "Take me out from masger nafshi," from me being closed up, sagur, they say this is Noach. Noach represents at times this idea of being able to be sagur and just looking into that teva, and I'm stuck in that box. And one of the messages I believe that specifically of hope that we have here, of being able to understand, of course, we have to identify with the pain of our brothers and sisters, and it's hard because it's even hard to keep track. But at the same time, to remember not to get stuck for there, to be able to learn from it, to be able to strengthen ourselves. Hotzia mi masger nafshi. And that's why there's a mitzvah when a person first gets married, mitzvah she yismach chatani mishto, mitzvah taf kuf peibet. And the shorish of mitzvah is to be able to be margil yourself, because a lot of times when you're young married, you're stuck within yourself. There's a shorish of the mitzvah. Read the little language of taf kuf peibet. Hargila teva ima, to be with her ulad bika ratzon etzal lachnis tzira v'chol pala belev. Ad shiavo itza teva kol maaseh isha cheret v'chol inyana derech zarut. Because what people call teva barovi vakesh ve'av masher ragilbo, get to what you're used to. And the hope is that you're able to have your comfort zone, but mina meitza karatia, to get out of that meitzarim, to get out of that teva. And Be'ezrat Hashem, to see the light that we have here in Medinat Israel, the light that you have, all the new beginnings that we have, to be able to take what we have and create new comfort zones. I always define leadership that way, maybe in my position this way as a Rav, to help people be comfortable in their teva, but then to extend and make their teva bigger and have newer horizons and newer aspirations. Be'ezrat Hashem, we should all, from the tzarot that we have, to be mitgaber, not to get stuck. And Be'ezrat Hashem, with the koach of Shabbat, the koach of where we are, of both saying Tehillim, of being able to watch how we talk, Be'ezrat Hashem will be able to bust through this teva, to see the aspirations, to even see the chen in humanity. Be'ezrat Hashem, despite all the contradictions out there, because that's the ultimate goal of the Geula, that everybody should have V'haya Hashem HaMelech, Kol Haaretz, V'yom Ahu Yeh Hashem Echad U'Shmo Echad. Shabbat Shalom.